Alright, hey YouTube. Here is a short little studio update. So if you look at everything from standing inside of the door, this is the most finished, but it's not entirely completely finished just yet. This is the area that I'm focusing on, and then I will eventually be filling the rest of the space with stuff, and there's going to be sound foam, and I need to organize the stuff in my closet and figure out what I want actually stored in there and what I don't. I'm going to see if I can put some kind of a shelf in there that we have. Um, yeah, the desk, two monitors are working now, that's sweet. These speakers are working okay. Every once in a while they have like weird kind of noises, or they have like static for some reason. I don't know if it's because of where the cables are being run, if the static's being caused from the rear audio on my computer, or any sort of a thing like that. Um, but they work okay for now, and they were certainly worth $5 from BYU Surplus. That has been really great. And I use them quite a bit in this space, so I don't have to wear headphones that make me as hot. But of course, when I'm streaming, I will wear those headphones. The desk is a little bit cluttered, but I'm going to have it nice and organized at some point. Some of this stuff won't be on the desk permanently, some of it will. Obviously, like the Zoom right over there, and then the microphone cable runs along and plugs in. And so some things will be moved, some things will stay. But the computer space is mostly set up. Of course, this is where I'm storing most of my cables for now, as well as I got a few boxes for some stuff. And then this is kind of where I'm storing some of the odds and ends things here that I had on my previous desk. And stuff that I don't really quite have a place for, but this, like, I've got a bunch of USB not dongles, power bricks in here. This thing that I need to sell off, it's not Deluxe Edition 1989. It's Homemade Newsies CD. There'll be a video on that at some point, because I'm going to do a video on my music collection. So this is just kind of a storage thing. I've got two cameras in the back there. One's in the case. The bottom doesn't have anything in it yet, but it will eventually, I assure you. And I've got a very thin, like 6-inch wide, 23-inch tall bookshelf that has like just two shelves that I'm gonna put right there. And that's where I'm going to be setting up all of my capture equipment for capturing off of this old computer, or even the Dell laptop that I used for much of COVID while I was away from my channel. It's going to house that setup, so that'll be my VGA capture setup equipment, like the splitter and the HD60S and everything, because this computer is going to be hooked up to that monitor, and then my modern computer will be doing the capturing from that. So I'm waiting for that to get in, and hopefully it fits in the space nicely. And I am also hoping that I can maybe possibly assemble this without the back on. But if I absolutely have to have the back for structural integrity, then, I'll just grab the drill and make a few holes in it, like was done in this desk here. You guys won't be able to see any of them from here, but like some of the holes that are in this desk, like, actually, that one right there doesn't look like it was the original hole. It looks like someone punched it out with something to make more room for stuff. I had thought about putting all my capture stuff on this pull-out tray here. This might be where I put the old Dell laptop. I'm not sure. But the capture stuff being on there would make it awkward, because then I've got cables running all the way behind there and over to this thing. And we're already looking at a rat's nest of cables. But I actually kind of don't quite mind this nest of cables as much, because it's all kind of off to one side, and they all plug in right there. It could be nicer, it could be neater, but you don't really see it. And, I don't know. So, the desk is looking pretty good. It's a really tight space. I couldn't have a wider desk if I wanted to, because especially even if the wider desk, this would still have to be on there. And space is not as big as I thought. Some of these things right here I would like to be on the upper level, or if I had a wider desk, they'd be off to the side of the monitor, like my headphones. But I don't have room for it. So I can't collapse the keyboard tray in. But if I ever need to, I just have to move these three things right here, and then I can collapse the keyboard tray in for accessing stuff underneath it on the computer, stuff like that. But it's not very often that I need to do that, so it just kind of stays that way as an extension. And over here, obviously, I still need to get some stands for those things. Everything is actually looking mostly done over here. I can still access inside of here. Although this door, not quite as easy, but it works. And actually, one of the things I'm planning on for this is I might move some of this stuff around, but I want to make something where like it can go somehow rest on this and maybe here or inside, and it's like an insert that then turns this into a table type top. So then I can have the keyboard that goes with this computer, and it's got the trackpad on the side there. I can have that keyboard resting on this so that whoever's using this computer can be sitting more center with it when they're using it. Because, I mean, I could move my speaker and tilt the monitor over and then have that keyboard placed on here and angled. I might do that at some point. It's just kind of awkward, and I like to be more straight in line with the monitor. Plus, also, since this is higher up, I would want to sit higher up and raise my chair up anyways. And so, because the keyboard would be up a little bit higher than this one, then I'm going to have to raise up a bit. And that, I think, is pretty much it. That's where we stand as far as everything goes. Oh, I did. My dad finally had a call with someone for work, so I quickly put up the polyester panels and gave them like an actual test. There were, like, keep in mind, just a little bit of gap because I need to fix this side of the door seal. Yeah, they didn't, like, they maybe made 1 degree of difference. So that just adds to the stuff that will be going into the video that I'm going to do about these, and actually, like, discussing what they do. Because I'm suspicious if maybe they act kind of like this sound foam here. And so I'll want to either fit them inside of this box or make a new box with maybe this type here when it's empty. Either way, I'm going to make a box like this so that I can give them that kind of a test, and I'll run them through their paces. But that's pretty much it. And I am taking the setup a little bit slower now, and like taking time to work on stuff on my computer and set up things. Or not setup, sorry, just play and do stuff and relax. And so as I figure out where stuff is going, I can put it away, but I'm not in as much of a rush as I was before. And this is just like the setup up here. I still have a ton of tubs that I haven't even showed you guys that are in the downstairs that I need to bring up and eventually will be put in my room. And of course, setting up the clock museum bookshelf, whatever. So a lot of cool things coming. It's going to be a really sweet setup, but I'm not going to absolutely rush myself on it like I kind of was. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to just support the channel, if you like this, if you're excited for more, or if maybe this is your first video and you're curious, you can go check out the other stuff that I've done. And, the usual like, subscribe, and share. All those things do help and help me get closer towards being able to monetize. I am at 471 subscribers right now. And then, of course, also I do have Patreon, patreon.com/coastals101, if you feel like donating anything monetarily. Otherwise, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you guys in whatever's next.